Right now, the thing that's bothering me is that the world, as usual, is taking too long to catch up to the very real truth that I share. And we need to ask ourselves how many victims were still being made victims in the victim making machine for the past 4 years that I've been telling all of y'all this. See, that's the part that nobody's thinking about. Jaguar Wright was out there yelling and screaming and yelling and screaming, monster, 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 monster. And everybody kept saying, she's lying, she's lying, she's lying. Meanwhile, the monster is, where's the baby oil in the butt plug? Let's go. And just last summer, a young woman who's a CC here on YouTube, who goes by the name Love Jones, was allegedly drugged and almost assaulted by the Combs boys. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. You know, I am Jaguar. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it on.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone. The only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Cassie Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened to Corey. Diddy, I know that. You and Jay-Z. Down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia. Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby while he was married to Beyonce.
Now,
Was it
Jack,
an aneurysm, Diddy? Or are you the one who paid the same coroner that you... Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
do you
You
feel
should
and
talk that.
do you feel the federal government will probably speak to Jay-Z in regards?
They already have.
Oh,
They talked to him before he made that Super Bowl announcement. Jennifer Lopez, when she's
no.
finally held accountable for the part she played in the harm that was put on Natanya Rubin's life.
Do you think they'll bring up charges on Jennifer
They
Lopez?
better. She committed perjury. And the attorney that was representing the defense side of that suborned perjury. Last time I checked, there's no statute of limitation on perjury. We can start there. Let's bring Jenny to the cell block. She's been to every other block. The only thing that he could do that would bring me satisfaction is confess to all of his sins and crimes, point out all of his accomplices and his buddies, and create a reparations fund for every victim. Because we didn't want to accept the truth, more people were hurt by that lie. How many of them wished y'all had to believe me sooner? You know, I'm just praying that they will keep him in, because I think that will give a lot of victims the courage to say and speak and come forward. But until they're good for it, I'm gonna keep doing it. The Jay-Z victims are gonna be worse. They're worse because of the psychological torture that comes along with what he does. Like
Do
I
you
said,
think do you think Jay Z is scared right now?
oh, he's terrified. He's terrified. He's losing confidence everywhere. But the only confidence he's worried about keeping secure are those white boys that he worked for. That's his only loyalty. Not even to his wife is he loyal.
But what do you think? And just again, hypothetically, if his kids, as young as they are, asked, "Daddy, who's that man on TV getting arrested? Isn't that your friend?" What would his response be?
He wouldn't respond. He would just laugh and walk away. That's Sean Carter. He doesn't own up to anything. Ever. Gaslights you right in your face. He's a sociopath. He doesn't have any real feelings or emotions. Everything is transactional. You know? I think the only time he's really comfortable and happy in his own skin is when he's laying in the warm embrace of a man. Got painted in the mind with the videotape that I saw of him looking very happy in the embrace of a man. I didn't want to believe it.
Damn. Okay.
I tell you what, he certainly acted like he had a lot to hide, because that tape, he didn't reveal that. I believe that was revealed by the FBI. Actually, his son, King Combs, after the homes were raided, his son put out this little rap, basically antagonizing, of all organizations, the FBI. And right after that tape came out. Like, oh, you want to play a battle rap game, huh? Okay, well, here we go. And that was the beginning of, that was it. Okay, so sure, with regard to the courts, he has a presumption of innocence, but we're not the courts. We're the court of public opinion. Okay, and we saw him beat Cassie Ventura mercilessly. He even admitted to it in his apology. Okay. We've heard a lot of folk come out, and let me tell you something. If someone makes these allegations that Ventura made, and then you settle with her within 24 hours, okay.
He did.
All right. So he is done. I think that, and what disturbs me is a lot of fanboys are saying, oh, well, what is it now? Illegal to engage in this type of activity? Yeah, when you drug people, transport them across state lines to commit illegality, as a matter of fact, yes, that is illegal. Okay, so what don't you understand about that?
I'm going to refer again to the summit that I went to. I don't know have you ever heard of Liz Crokin?
No, I haven't.
She was an entertainment, a journalist, and she spent 25 years or so in Hollywood. So she has rubbed shoulders with all these people. She has interviewed them. I talked to her today, interestingly enough, at this summit. And she brought in some angles I didn't even understand, like the J-Lo thing. And, you notice how her and Ben Affleck broke up kind of right before all of this, the big news before his arrest. So the timing with that is impeccable. He thought that he was invincible, just like R. Kelly. No, it's not because you're black. It's because wherever you people go, death and destruction seem to follow. And I just don't. He has videos and tapes of heinous acts with powerful people. Did he not know that at some point he was going to be put on the chopping block here? Right. I mean, you can't get away with that forever. There's too many big names involved who do not want to be exposed. Right. So it's Jeffrey Epstein, all of these individuals who have been doing these things for years and years. I think more is going to come out about him. And that's kind of what Liz was telling me earlier, because there's too many dominoes to fall with Diddy. I mean, it's not going to be kind of forgotten about like the Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein and those we don't talk about anymore. This one is big.
Yeah. And this brings me to, just what people are really singling down on are the freak offs. So Diddy would orchestrate what were called freak offs according to the indictment. And this is right out of the indictment. These were elaborate and produced sex performances, often taking place in hotel rooms. This is what they're alleging Cassie Ventura was running from when she was in that video. She was running away from one of his freak offs, where they were arranged and directed by Diddy, who allegedly masturbated during and often electronically recorded them. The music mogul and his business associates would allegedly lure female victims into this inner circle, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. This sounds sort of like what they were saying about Andrew Tate, like the pretense of he didn't go this far, I don't think, but it sounds kind of similar. Threats of force and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers. During these freak-offs, Diddy allegedly distributed a variety of controlled substances to victims to keep them obedient and compliant during sex acts. Both Diddy and the alleged victims received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use after the acts. Our Lord.
Yeah, they said that these things went on for days.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, man, again, hey, this guy, he should serve as an example, and he's going to take a lot of people down with him. This is a RICO charge, which means that he is not the only person that's going to be a prime defendant in this. The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams, this is a guy that took down Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX, and is also about to take down Mayor Eric Adams. So, and he strategically placed nothing but women on they're actually doing the legwork and the prosecution on this. He's making a bold statement that this is not going to be tolerated. And just lastly, I thought hip hop was done years ago, but this is stick a fork in it. That whole machismo thing they had going is toast. Okay, this is part and parcel of the feminization of the black male. Okay, they've taken what was once the symbol of masculinity and turned it totally upside down.